Welcome back, you lot. It's a new year, and that also means it's a new month, which also means that Bestiarum Games have got their latest offering when it comes to a fresh drop of horrible models. So obviously, we need to take a look. This is the stuff for January of 2026, and it's the Church of the Acarid again. I feel like I might have to censor this picture, and we may avoid looking at the statue up close and personal, because, yeah, I don't know, maybe you should be fine with it. I'm not really sure. I don't really want to risk it and immediately get something demonetized like 2 videos into the year. That seems like it's a silly thing to do. But we're going to take a look at this lot because, I mean, it's Bestiarum Games, and I want to make a habit of actually looking at what they put out every month, because 9 times out of 10, I see at least 3 things that I want to end up printing eventually. So let's take a look. We're going to start out with the Acaridian Prophet. I'm going to struggle to pronounce all of this, aren't I? I'm going to struggle with it. I just want to check what the whole thing is. So a silent figure marks stone and shadow with ritual precision, guiding others through instinct alone. That is mysterious enough that I'm not 100% sure what it means, and I feel like I need to see the stat block, but that's totally fine. I mean, once again, we have some classic Bestiarum design cues here. We've got a spindly freak with too many limbs, which That is something that I like, personally. So whenever one of these shows up, I always like it when there's 1 or 2 too many arms. And I will say, of this guy, the face is easily the worst part so far. And I'm pretty sure if we scroll to the right, it will in fact give us a close-up of the horrible face. The overall pose I really like. That's very fun. These, like, horrible pod-like alien egg things that are all over the Church of the Acarid. We've looked at some Acarid stuff before. This is the latest kind of addition to that range. The horrible, like, pod things are... they're all over them, and they're so gross. And I like it, but I also don't like it. I like the staff. The staff looks very fun. Also, this odd arrangement of, like, stick with plate on the end of a chain with candles all over it. I'm not 100% sure what that is, but I like the aesthetic a lot. Can't help but note that there is a big long tail of something sort of centipede-esque, but with teeth instead of legs. Horrible. Up close and there we go, there's the face. Oh, I like the skull. That's very cool. That's a very cool feature. Having a little demon skull across the front. That's not what I initially pegged that as being, but I think that works super well. We've got a whole load of horrible danglies coming out of said head, so that's nice. Also the exposed bone and the way the ribs are all emaciated and, like, sucked inwards. Gross. Gross and very, very fun. Like that a lot. Rear view is, well, I mean, it's a giant brain with a big bug sticking out the back of it. It's pretty nasty. That is quite a cool transition, though. I do like the way they've done the arms coming out of the side, like, even the lower ones. The structure feels right, especially from the back, when you've got this horrible, big, like, insectoid body that's just sprouting out from underneath the weird, gross brain. Also, the way the helmet/horn... Is it a helmet? I don't know. Whatever it is, the way that has got a bit of a horn formation, I really like that. That's very striking. That's very fun. There's a lot going on with the base as well. There's quite a lot going on there. I want to know how many pieces this comes in, because... oh, it's just one big piece. Oh, boy. Okay, that would be difficult to paint. I mean, I'm going to end up printing it at some point, no doubt. But, yeah, I feel like you could be in for a bit of a challenge getting between the legs, as it were, and painting, like, up the bug body. I don't know how to phrase what I'm trying to say without it sounding horrifying, but also slightly suggestive. So I'm just going to shut up and we're going to move on, because, oh dear. Oh dear. Next up, we've got the Acaridians. I'm really struggling with these. I'm really struggling. Acaridians. Sure. Acaridians? Maybe it's Acaridians. It doesn't really matter. This lot, they are the wandering figures who perform rituals without meaning as they descend ever deeper into the dark. Rituals Without Meaning is an excellent band name. Anyone's claimed that already? Congratulations. You've got a solid name right there. These just look all sorts of messed up and weird. They're very eldritch, which is very fun. I really like the ones with the cloth over them. They remind me a lot of those really irritating. Is it Elden Ring where you got the really tall bug people that they fire off a bunch of projectiles at you from range? I think it is Elden Ring that have got those. I think it's that FromSoft game. I know it's a FromSoft thing. I just can't... I think it's that one. They remind me of that, actually, quite a bit. There are significant differences. Like, these were a lot like fleshier, and there's less in the way of carapace going on. Also, the ones with all the robes and cloths tied round them, that looks fantastic. I really like that. I'm also really liking the candle motif as well. Like, that's quite fun. There's candles on a few of the different weapons. It sort of looks like they've been adapted out of like those standing... Are they called candelabras? Those big tall ones where you got like multiple candles at the top and there's got a big stand at the bottom. Kind of feels like they're inspired by that, which is fun. Size-wise, pretty decent. That face is absolutely horrendous. Love that. These are pretty close to the Acaridian Prophet. We'll go with Acaridian. Let's go with that. They are pretty close to that. Scaled down, obviously, but I like them a lot. They've got brains as well, but they're smaller. They've got little brains. Their brains have not quite swelled to the size of the Prophet's brain. That's quite fun. I'm assuming that these guys can grow as big as the Prophet. Maybe they end up being Prophets in the end. That would be kind of neat. Oh, all the dangly bits coming out of the remains of the skull face is horrendous. But I do like that big, like, crest coming out. Also, I've just noticed that guy's got, like, a big pointy chin as well. Oh, these are fun. These are very fun. I like them a lot. They are absolutely horrific. But in all the best ways, as this stuff so often is. That I really like. I don't know what it is about draped cloth over a horrible monstrosity, but it gets me every time. Like, when you've got the shape of something that you know is just wrong, but it's trying to look, or at least it's maintaining the trappings of things like clothing, even though it is a deformed monster. There's just something about that it just... Chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. Really like it. Oh, and he's carrying one of those horrible pods, presumably to infect some poor sod whilst doing meaningless rituals in the dark. Oh, yeah, like that a lot. And all single prints, I'm assuming? It must be. But yeah, again, size-wise, I think you could get away with scaling them down a little bit if you wanted more regular infantry-sized lads out of them. I think you probably could do that. The arms and legs may be a little bit spindly, but the overall like structure of it, like the big bulgy insectoid parts, those would scale down no problem. I think it'd still have the integrity needed to be stuck onto a base and used, you know? Next up, we've got the Infested monks. Just your regular human guys. Just regular normal lads. Don't worry, don't look at them too closely. Ignore the fact that the robes seem to be covering some sort of horrible growth, or potentially one of those is chrysalis maybe the term. One of those like chrysalis style pod things that seems to be growing out of them. I love the way they're carting them around as well. There's like a purpose to it, which is very, very fun. It feels like something that starts out as like a random infestation on some unfortunate soul, but then as it builds momentum and as it spreads, it's like it becomes an infestation that is actively and willingly spread because religion says so. And that's super creepy. I really like that a lot. I am loving the traditional monk haircut there. I forget what it's called. There's a specific name for that like style of hair that you find on monks, but I can't remember what it is. The friar tuck. I don't think that's the actual name of it, but oh yeah, look at that. Look at that. Horrible. Horrible face. Kind of distressing. Big old lumpy growth and what looks like an intestine-like tube wrapping around the chest there. Ah, fantastic. Yep. It's so horrible. That guy's got the best deal, I feel like. He's just got to drag a few. He's not too bad. He's doing well. No, actually, it looks like he's got a growth on the back and the front. All right, maybe I'll take that back. Maybe he's having a bad time. He's nice and peaceful though. That's something. I am liking the very traditional prayer pose there as well. That's very fun. That's very fun. So's that actually. Yeah. There's a nice variety here. I feel like this would be a good setup for having a few of these spread out around an altar. You know, the party breaks into the room and there's this lot. horrible Friar Tuck and his gross friends all piled around an altar praying like that. Oh, it'd be such a good start to an encounter. And yeah, a little bit taller maybe than your standard infantry lad, but then again, they are being, I guess, sort of juiced up by horrible insect pods. So that's nice for them. It's not nice for them. Next up, we've got the Infested Questors. Who are these guys? Once sworn to holy journeys, these riders now wander endlessly, driven by vows that survived infestation. That's a neat description. Riders. So presumably at some point, knights at some point. But unless they are still riding something, it kind of looks like they just have 4 horrible insect legs, which I'm all in favour of. It is 4, isn't it? Yeah, I think it's 4. I love the way the armour's been done. The armour is so cool. It's very... I will say, it's stylistically, it feels a little different to some of the other stuff in this specific pack, but I believe they did another pack with quite similar looking armour, so it's a continuation of that, I think. The amount of damage on it is so good. Like, all the bits are like pitted and rusted and worn. The overall amount of like filigree and stuff is very nice. It's the proportions that I'm really liking, though. The proportions are so off. They're so off. It feels like the torso is super short. The arms are so long. They're really creepy for that. And the weapons are... I love that big glaive thing. I mean, I guess it would be a glaive, right? It feels like it's a 50-50 of like... What is it? Like, hilt and blade, though. It feels like it's a 50-50 distribution between the two. It's mad. It's great. And also, the sword itself, or like the blade itself being damaged, that's very, very, very fun. I want to use that on something, not even necessarily this guy. I just want to be able to print that weapon, because I feel like I could do some fun stuff with that. I like the way they've done the posing with the bases. That's very nice, with them being sort of striding up the rubble. That's cool. Those long sides of armour, I don't know what they're called. The plates that kind of hang off to either side of the leg. I used to know this and I've forgotten it. But those being like super long, again, there's just this feeling of like adapting to what's happening to them, but it being long enough ago that they're already damaged and broken and stuff. Oh, I'm liking these a lot. The helmets are also pretty cool. I like those. That's a solid axe as well. That is a solid axe, but I've got to say, the Mad Glaive, that takes it. That absolutely takes it for me. Oh, it looks like there's a tilt shield as well. I didn't notice that. Very curvy. Very curvy. I would love to see a front view of either of these, actually. I think having the robes come so far down to cover most of these insectoid legs was the right call as well. It adds something ethereal to it, but it also does a good job of making it sort of mysterious as to how it works. Like, the question I have is, how long are the legs? Like, where do the legs end and the waist begin? It's very difficult to know because of those hanging robes, but that just makes them more creepy, for my money. A little cloak on the back is also quite fun. Like that a lot. Oh, yes! 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 The glaive is separate. The glaive's separate. You print it separately. Hell yes. That is absolutely perfect. Yes, the hands are attached. But you know what? I don't care. I don't care. I can work around that. I'm going to literally print a plate of just those because I've got so many ideas. I've got so many ideas as to what I would do with that weapon. And I can have it. I can do it. Oh, I'll be honest, these were a 10 out of 10 just for that. What can I say? I'm fickle. I'm fickle and easily pleased. Next up, we've got the Infested Templar. That is... Wow, okay, so... a fallen champion stalks the depths, his oath twisted into relentless parasitic violence. Wow. First off, I love me a giant axe. A giant executioner style axe that's a bit battered. It's just the best. Love that. The armour is very fun. Again, I'm loving the little shield there. Also the fact that it's pieced together and it looks like some parts of it have been have been either replaced or supplemented, that's a fun way of doing it. All the candles on... I was gonna say the shoulders, but I don't think it is. I think probably there's some horrible growth sticking out the back of him. One arm being absolutely ludicrously heavily muscled, and the other one just being a big blob of flesh. I don't know how I feel about that. I think I feel grossed out, which is kind of what you're looking for, I suspect, with this, but good grief, good lord. I think overall this is pretty fun. This is pretty decent. I do kind of wish that there was more of a purpose to the other arm, but then again, there's a lot of odd growth and stuff that goes on with this range, so I think I can see why they've done it the way they have, but I don't know. I almost feel like I want a big grabby claw or something. Just something like that I think would finish it off nicely, but very imposing, super imposing model. The face sculpt I think is really good as well. I like the chainmail over the mouth. Oh yeah, that's pretty solid. Oh, so okay, it's not big horrible growths. It is metal baskets crammed with skulls that have been welded to the armour at the back, with candles on top of the collected skulls. I mean, I'm not mad about it. It makes sense. I don't know if making sense is the right phrase for that. Yeah, I mean, it does make sense, but I expected growths. So actually, it not being that, I think maybe I actually prefer it not being that. Again, there's also a purpose there. There's like an intimidation factor going on that I can appreciate. I can really appreciate. Now, looking at the back of the model, the chainmail on the cloth, fantastic, like that a lot. That arm, now that I can properly see that it's one of these big eggs, and it's spewing out tentacles that look a bit like intestines, I'm feeling it a bit more. I'm feeling it a bit more. That's made me look more kindly upon it. No, that's not the phrase either. I get it more from this angle. It would be nice to see more of that from the front angle, but you know what? I see what they were going for. I see what they were going for, and I'm in favour, kind of. How big is this guy? I really like the baskets of skulls, the skull baskets. That's a neat touch. I like that. Oh, he's not as big as I thought. I thought he was going to be absolutely colossal. I mean, that is big. That is big, don't get me wrong. He's hardly like a diminutive lad, but I really thought he would be maybe a good 10mm taller than that. But still, the axe is as big as him, or as tall as him, and dwarfs most normal, 32mm scale models. So I can't really say that he hasn't got a bit of girth to him, because clearly he has. Finally, we've got some chapel ornaments, because the statue I feel like is going to get me in trouble. I'll tell you what, I'm going to upload this with the statue in it, and if you don't see the statue going through the models, then you'll know that I had to pull it down and edit it, and we didn't take a look at that bit. We'll see what happens. Anyway, pews, bowls and chalices remain scattered through the nave, their sacred purpose eroded by infestation. The heads are horrific. Like, properly grotesque. Some of them look relatively normal, but, like, the ones that are, like, missing the whole face. Oh, dear. Good grief. I like the altars a lot. I'm definitely going to be printing the one with the skulls, because I already have a purpose in mind for that. In fact, actually, both of them. The sort of runic stuff going on, or the decoration on the non-skull altar, I like those. I like those. I think those would fit in with something I've got in mind for the next D&D campaign. The pews look fantastic. I am super curious. Yes, alright, so looking at the sitting, like, pose guys, it would appear the pews can be printed separately without lads sitting on them. That's fun. I like that a lot. Making those two separate pieces, that I think is the right call. Especially with having the two plain pews at the back. Like, I like that a lot. Having the Acarid accessories on them works really well if you're using the Acarid stuff specifically, but for just some creepy, like, either half-broken or partially used pews, those ones are really solid. I think they look really good. So I'm kind of glad those appear to be separate at the very least. The ones without the... Yeah, there we go. So we do have 2 completely plain ones. And then we've got the broken one as well, with no decoration on them. Oh, and you can... I see! That's interesting. So you can either print the lads already attached to the pew, you can print them separate to the pew, and you can print the pews separate for the... Right! That's a... Honestly, they didn't need to do that. They didn't need to do that. They could have just done separate ones and then left it at that, but they've done combined ones. Having that choice, I think that's a nice thing to do. Because let's be honest, you could print the 2 pews that do not have the lads sitting on them, print the lads that are sitting on them, and then put them together, right? That'd be a sensible thing to say, well, this is the way to do it. I do like that there are options for just doing them in one batch. That saves space on the build plate, and if you know you're going to use them for that specific purpose, if you don't need the modularity of it, and you want to save printing time and space on your build plate, just doing them in one model, that's a nice thing to do. Oh, good work, Bestiarum. There's some solid props in here. The altars look great, the pews look fantastic. We've got a little chalice there that doesn't have anything in it. We've got one with candles in as well. So there's a couple of non-specific things, and I think a bowl with candles too there. So we've got some non-specific stuff in this drop, which, I mean, could be used for anything with a bit of a religious slant if you're going into an old church and stuff like that. So, yeah, I think this is a really nice accessory pack to go with this. So there you go, that's the January 2026 offering from Bestiarum Games. There's a few things in there that I will be printing, well, I was going to say as soon as possible. I've got a bit of time. Really, I'm looking at stuff now that we're not going to get to in the next D&D campaign that I'm running for, like, I don't know, maybe a year and a half, possibly 2. It depends on when we start the campaign and how fast things go and how much stuff I'm printing and painting in between. But I'm getting ideas. And I've already got things planned out, and some of this stuff fits into that really nicely. So that's always a bonus. In terms of just the overall set of stuff, I mean, as always, the quality of the sculpts looks really, really good. I don't think Bestiarum ever skimp on what they do. They always come out with something that's got a little bit of something for me personally, just because I like that style of miniature and I like myself some grimdark, horrible lads. But this lot, especially the Infested Questors and the Infested Monks, really like both of those. Good, solid work, and the accessory stuff that comes with it, that is fantastic, and I already know what I'm going to do with a good chunk of it. So yeah, that's that for Bestiarum Games for this month. I'll put a link in the description down below. Thank you very much for watching. Let me know what you thought of that lot in the comments down below, and I'll see you for the next one, whatever that may be.